Good morning to you. This is Angelo coming from Las Vegas Live. As you see, our program was named in this crony in Washington, D.C., Senator Lindsey Graham. One of the, I may say, and I may quote this, he thinks he's a patriot, although I think he's an enemy of our country instead of patriot. Why? Because he's a sold soul. A sold soul. That means he stands like a whore on a corner of the street, selling her body for a couple of bucks, not to insult her. A working girl, perhaps he does it because she has a reason. But this man, Lindsey Graham, Senator Lindsey Graham, has no freaking reason to sell our country down at the river and to insult every single soldier that wears our uniform. And what I mean insult, when he calls PKK and YPG and Syrian Liberation Army, whatever they are, and when he's insulted when Turkey attacks this terrorist to clear him out away from her border. How would you like Mr. Graham to have a Pancho Villa to come back and start burning and looting the cities around the borders like he did in his time? In early 1900. We invaded Mexico, Mr. Graham, Lindsey, Senator Lindsey. Remember, we invaded Mexico for exactly the same reason. And Pancho Villa name is not even allowed to mention even today in America, United States of America, in our country. How dare you to call these terrorists, PKK and YPG, our allies? Where did you get that freaking notion, you stupid jackass? Senator, you are a jackass. That's what you are. And you don't deserve a position in that respected office that you are holding. And when you say that they are allies, you should say that you're speaking only for yourself, not for 500,000 men in uniform, another 3 million retired and wounded, and they're still bleeding somewhere, somehow. Same freaking song you guys been playing, selling America down on the river for years, and taking order from Israel and Saudi Arabia and the Middle East, compare from Kuwait and Bahrain and Qatar, United Arab Emirates, Egypt, and Israel, whoever writes the biggest check, you guys are going to them. You are like a freaking catfish in water. Neither you can live inside the water, neither you can live without air, breathing air. You have no morals, Mr. Senator Lindsey Graham. Your morals are low. Like a horse manure with no vitamin. Sick of it listening to you crap every day. One day you are with president, and another day you are with somebody else because the president took you freaking stage, so you are not on TV every day like you used to be. During the Obama, during the George Bush, during the George Bush Sr., during the Bill Clinton, during the whatever. All of you guys. I remember the Joe Lieberman the same. If you guys are not on TV, you guys are upset. But this time, there is a better actor than you, cronies. Donald Trump. He is a better actor, a better stageman than you, Lindsey Graham, than you and all the other senators and a congressman and all the other politicians. He took the freaking stage, and he's a performer. So now you're upset because you cannot get a stage. No way, how? But now you gotta go defend the freaking Syria. Defend the guy who killed million people and send in exile another 12 million people. Is that what you're defending, Mr. Graham? Lindsey? What's your freaking problem, dude? I mean, what's your really problem? And what's the agenda? What are you trying to prove? Making our president look bad? Don't you guys have already making bad with the Democrats? He's trying to save the world from freaking disasters, and you guys are warmongers, every one of you. $6.5 trillion spent in the last 60 years between Israel and the Middle East. Israel and Palestinians war and Egyptian war and all these crony freaking wars that we have been waged in Iraq and Afghanistan and all that. I don't get you, dude. You don't even deserve to be called senator. I don't get you. I don't understand your motives. Like I said, it's got to be only one. Or somebody is not paying you enough anymore. Or, for sure, you are not getting a freaking stage. Sharing a Donald Trump stage. You don't have a stage anymore to play a big shot. Big freaking shot. President Trump has a stage, dude. Don't you know he's a showman? And you guys are nothing and nobody. You guys come and go. I can't even understand that people electing people like you. I can't even understand how people don't see what we have in Washington, D.C. We say the rest of the world is illiterate. Middle East and Africa is literate. I think America is more illiterate than anybody else. We can't buy anything without you guys telling us, and we can't even or seeing it on TV on a freaking commercial. Or watching a CNN or Fox or ABC or CBS. Every single freaking reporter that I'm watching, every single program. Even the program that I pay for it by my taxes, and you, Mr. Senator, PBS, with the Judy Woodrow. She calls the PKK and IPG, YPG, our allies. The stupid woman, too. How dare you doing that? How dare any of you comparing those bloodthirsty terrorists to as our ally? Mr. Lindsey, Senator Lindsey, I don't remember that, and I don't remember that PKK and YPG were in a Korea fighting with our troops. And I don't remember PKK and YPG that they were in Afghanistan fighting with our troops. And I don't remember PKK and IPG fighting in Iraq with our troops. And I don't remember during the Reagan era, them being in Grenada. And I don't remember in any conflict that we had around the world, PKK and YPG were never there. Who was there all the time? It was a Turkish soldier, proud, standing shoulder to shoulder, bleeding and fighting and not deserting. Let me just show you something, Mr. Lindsey. In this book, didn't buy it in a store, okay? Attended the conventions of the veterans, okay? They are boys, men from all the branches of our government that serve in this war in Korea. And you conversation and you filthy politic, Mr. Senator, is nothing but garbage. So, Mr. Senator, for your information, in case if you don't freaking know, only the Turkish soldier was serving with us, and they were allies, and they are still allies, and we still have a major base in Europe. And Turkey is the second largest military force in Europe after United States. And they always been there. And I have said on my previous shows, in case you don't know, Senator, 1962, everybody was chickening out in Europe, from England to France to Germany, all these so-called allies. Turkey was the one who stood firm next to our shoulders that time during the Cuban crisis, 1962. And you calling these cronies, these bloody thirsty bastards, even that I sympathize with the history of the Kurdish people, but that's not our fault. And that's not Turkish fault. That's their leaders' fault. Because they were leaderless for 5,000 years and they are still leaderless. They have proved that yesterday, Mr. Senator. They won't surrender to Hafiz Assad, to the men. I mean, to the president, this butcher in Damascus, president of Syria, Assad. They surrendered to him the territory and their army, to the men that their father, his father, took the citizenship, no, never granted them citizenship after independence from France, from the colonial Europe. Then when he took over when this little bastard took over, son of Hafiz Assad, he never attempted to give them a citizenship. There were people with no land, stateless. And now one of the generals go and accuse Turkish army like they were going to do the genocide, when the Turkey have done the genocide on a Kurdish people. Maybe I'm lost, Senator. You help me out. Tell me when. Maybe you know history better than I do. Or maybe you are more informed because you work enough. You are a senator and you're supposed to know everything. You're supposed to be a brighter guy than I. I just think you disgrace, dude. And I will call you dude with disrespect. Calling those murders PKK and YPG and allies and insulting our men and women, that's disgrace. That is freaking disgrace. And you guys are making our president look really freaking bad. And the world is laughing not on president, senator. World is laughing on a stupid people like you and all the other senators in a red and blue, left and right, either way you want to call. And you guys are not patriots. You guys don't freaking care. You guys only care, just as I said in the beginning of the show. Who put more money in your freaking pocket? Is it Netanyahu? Is it Saudi Arabia? Is it Kuwait, Bahrain, United Arab Emirates, or Egypt? Or anybody else around the world? Makes no difference. I mean, makes no freaking difference. Even from China. All of you guys are getting money from everywhere. All of you guys are getting millionaires out of here. All of you guys are doing under table deals. You guys have a long hands and a long teeny fingers like a piano players. Every one of you are nothing and nobody. And you guys are ruining our empire, our Roman Empire. Rome have fallen in the same exactly way. Chaos in the Senate, and then disaster struck. A political flood. A Rome break out apart. And world have never been the same. Genghis Khan passed away. The empire fall apart. Austro-Hungarian Emperor got assassinated. Empire fall apart. Soviet Union got a crony politician and an empire fall apart. Ottoman Empire got a very two last rulers, sultans, and empire fall apart. America is walking in the same freaking road. Don't you people know that history gets repeated? Even on this continent, Incas, Aztecs, every empire in the world, every superpower in the world before me and you, Senator, have fallen apart because the head smell, I mean the leadership, smells like fish, rotten fish. And you people are making Donald Trump to smell like a fish, which he is not a fish, neither he smell. He's a good man, he's an honest man, and he means the well for this country of ours. He sends the vice president and a delegation in Turkey to do the job, And you people bomb rapping, still bomb rapping everything, not even giving a chance that water go on a stove and start boiling so you can put the pasta freaking in and make a lunch or something. Why don't you wait at least so they can be over before you do anything? I've been watching you cronies in Washington DC bomb rapping Turkey for last 50 freaking years. And why? Because you're taking orders from freaking Israel and from AIPAC, because they are the one they sending the paychecks to you. And we sending billions of dollars back to Israel. But we never give a dime to Turkey. Never freaking a dime. Everything that she gets, she pay for it. And that is not enough. But it's enough for you to sell your soul and take an order from Israel and do everything against Turkey. And why? Just because they're giving you a freaking paycheck when you go to speak on an AIPAC. You get $50,000, $60,000, every one of you get a paycheck. You think the world doesn't know that? They're freaking laughing on us. We are laughing stock because of that. Our foreign affairs is not our own. All this time to Donald Trump come in. Even that he helps Israel, he recognizes Jerusalem, which is just fine with me. He agreed for annexation of the Golan Heights. I can care less about that freaking land. Somebody got to use it, somebody who knows what to do with it, okay? And Israelis, the Jewish people, Israeli people know what to do with that land, and they can use it. That's fine. But that shouldn't be your job to do it. And we should start being a running freaking chihuahua for Israel and Egypt and Saudi Arabia and Kuwait and United Arab Emirates and Bahrain and Qatar. We should follow our own national interest, not Israeli, not Arabs. And you are all fixated on Russia, enemy of the United States. You got it all freaking wrong. Russia just have her own domestic interest for a better life for their people, just as we do. And if we would work with Russia in this one point, I think the world will be a much safer place and safest place and better place. Putin and his Duma become now talk of the town, talk of the world, and respectful place of the world. And we become a laughing stock. You know why? Because of people like freaking you, Senator. All Joe Lieberman, liberals, and old hardcore Republicans. I don't get you. I wonder where were you when Rwanda was, people in Rwanda was getting killed in the hundreds. You know, 500,000 got a machete down in 30 days. I wonder where were you when war in Bosnia, 500,000 people died over there in that war. Where were you when we were bombing Iraq with the claims that they have a nuclear bomb and nuclear weapons? and they couldn't even freaking produce a plastic fork and plastic knife. And where were you, Mr. Graham, when we attacked Libya and dismantled Libya? Where are you, Mr. Grant, when we are bombing with our weapons? We are bombing every single day Yemen. Where are you to say like this, okay, screw the freaking Afghanistan, we are going home? And where are you, Mr. Senator, when Egyptians are overthrowing legitimate government and his military people are taking over and they imprison 80,000 people? And they get abused. And where are you, Mr. Senator, when every day, I mean every single freaking day, Palestinian kids go on a Gaza over there on the line on the other side of the wire from the Gaza, and Israelis are waiting over there with the machine guns and they gunning him down every single day like they're gunning jackrabbits or a wire wolf? Where are you? I was waiting for that answer. Maybe you will jump in somehow miraculously in my program and say it. Answer the question that I'm asking.
So Kathy's number.
Who?
Kathy.
Who's Kathy?
The lady from Peru.
Oh.
You had it over there before.
Yeah.
Okay. No, that's not Kathy. Come on. Kathy.
I got interrupted for a minute. It was a business. I'm a firm believer that Turkey is one of the important allies of ours, and let's not blow it. Let's not lose the Turkey and the Turkish people. I have experience with that, and I know a lot of Turkish people in this country of ours. They are patriots and they love this country as much as Mr. Graham, Senator Lindsey loves it, and I. And we should never compare. Please, every one of you, and media and every one of you people, don't compare the PKK and YPG with our military, and don't call them ally. That's an insult to our men and women. And in that note, I will say like this, wholeheartedly, I support Turkey to do whatever she has to do. And remember that Kurdish people in Syria has no citizenship. They never did. How can they surrender to Syrians? That's beyond me. On that note, I will leave you and you people digest on this, okay? Have a good day. Thanks for watching. Thanks for being with me. And I love this country, and you should do too.